Dr. Samuels, can I go now?
I'm thinking about it.
What did I do that was so bad?
You tuned Mrs. Goldfarb's hearing aid to the police radio. Now move the filing cabinet now.
So nice of you to help out, Dennis.
Oh, Mr. Moore, I have a great idea for the living history competition.
Hardly wait to hear it.
What if Attila the Hun replaces Gertrude Stein in the discussion of the French Revolution?
Well, it sounds rather...
See you at rehearsal!
Ridiculous. Why did I agree to direct his entry into this living history fiasco festival?
Well, because you're getting out of 3 faculty meetings and the field trip to the kosher slaughterhouse.
At the time, it seemed like a good trade-off. You mine. You got that?
Oh, God, I saw this in a prison movie.
Dennis, this is Mr. Finelli, the new football coach.
Hey,
Hi.
you're like a white William Perry, aren't you?
Who?
Refrigerator. The fridge.
Oh, yeah.
God made you to play football.
Well, thanks, Coach. I appreciate that, but MIT wants me in one piece.
Don't you see who I am?
No.
Now, I am opportunity. It's my mission in life to see you fulfilled as a person. Excused from classes Friday afternoons. Uniforms?
Yeah.
Cheerleaders? The smell of blood, huh?
Oh, you had me till you said the B word, Coach.
Son, don't make me beg.
It's up to you.
Okay, I'm begging.
Coach, I appreciate it.
I can see you tempted to sleep on it, huh?
Okay. Okay. Oh, what a jerk.
Well, it sounds new and interesting. Dennis London, jock.
It's not new and it's not interesting. Coaches have been hitting on me ever since I was in junior high. But come on, Mr. Moore. Football, it's stupid. It's made for guys who count on their fingers and walk on their knuckles.
So, all jocks are done.
Oh, okay, I will grant you, they did come up with that innovative idea of smashing beer cans on their forehead. That's not inventing a new antibiotic.
Listen, while you're busy running down people with athletic ability, I'll run down a few more. Is it Paul Robeson, Senator Bill Bradley, Congressman Jack Kemp?
Exceptions.
Well, Dennis, what's wrong with being an exception?
Because, Mr. Moore, I like myself the way I am. Chubby, charming, and free of jock itch.
No way. This goes against every fiber of my being. I'm a Republican. I can't play Karl Marx.
All right, attention, gang. There'll be a slight change. Who's playing Attila the Hun?
I am.
Who's playing Gertrude Stein?
Me?
Your lines about the French Revolution will go to Attila the Hun.
Excuse me, Dr. Samuels, but there is considerable difference between Gertrude Stein and Attila the Hun.
Not in the pictures I've seen.
Dr. Samuels, what are we doing here?
Everybody sit down. Sit down. Kids, you are playing famous people from different eras in history having a conversation. Is that so difficult to grasp?
No. You ripped off that Steve Allen show, Meaning of the Mind. That's right.
All right. Listen, I've slaved over this for months. Every piece fits. If we'll just do it my way, there's not a school that can beat us.
Dr. Samuels, you have me saying here, let them eat cake. But Marie Antoinette never said that.
The judges don't know that. They want to hear what they think she said.
What about historical accuracy?
Yeah.
What about winning?
Dr. Samuels, this is supposed to be a history something. Now, if we can't be accurate, why are we here?
All right. Look, I'm no Shakespeare, you know. I'm just trying to do this.
Come on. We'll talk about it outside. I don't think you should see this.
Look, Dr. Samuels is gone. Why don't we just leave? We don't need this.
Yes, we do. We need extracurricular activities for our college applications.
What are you talking about? I got a 4.0 average.
Oh, Dennis. MIT gets hundreds of applications a year from people with 4.0 averages. And for them, 4.0 is like a height requirement. Well, what else do you have?
I gave blood once.
Dennis.
Face it, Dennis. You're gonna be borderline at best.
What? I'm in this?
Are you kidding? This is borderline.
No, wait just a second. You trying to tell me that some schlub who drags the microphone out for assemblies is gonna have a better shot at getting an MIT than I do?
As a matter of fact, Dennis, I think I do.
You better get something, Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis, where it says other activities, you're gonna need something more than class clown.
look at this. A backfield in slow motion.
Laugh now, leather boy. I am joining the football team.
Dennis, you don't like bending down to pick up a pencil. How are you going to play football?
Yeah, exactly.
Let me explain, Sarah. You see, we're using each other. I need extracurricular garbage for my college applications, and they need a towel snapping target.
Dennis, football will not get you into college.
And why not?
Because you'll be dead.
No. You guys don't understand. So here's the plan. I show up at their stupid practice. I suit up. I kid around with the coach a little bit. Maybe I run a half a lap, just to show I care. I take a rub down. I go home. Brilliant.
Yo, I don't think it's quite that easy.
I know. But I can take care of myself, Mr. Moore. Things get tough. I fake an injury. I put on a neck brace. I sit down on the bench. I fill out some college applications. I think this may be my greatest scam to date.
It's too bad they don't give out letters for scamming.
Yeah.
You can't cut the Julius Caesar bit. It's my wife's favorite.
Look, Dr. Samuels, even if Julius Caesar were speaking with Ulysses S. Grant, I don't think he'd be saying, "Beware of the Ides of March." Caesar never said that. Shakespeare wrote it.
The judges don't know that.
Your exit cue.
Looking good, Dennis.
Yeah. Well, I'm on a program and everything, working out a little bit, running some laps, lifting some weights. Thought maybe after practice tonight, you might like to go out with me.
Dennis, I said you were looking good. I didn't say I'd forgotten who you are.
Hey, Mr. Moore, I was wondering if I could leave rehearsal a little bit early today. I wanted to get out of the field and bang the old blocking sled before practice starts.
Well, Dennis, if you're that dedicated, I have to say yes.
Thanks.
What? Am I hearing things? Dennis Blunden tackling something that doesn't come with fries?
Dennis, it's unbelievable the way you've changed from a complete dweeb to a semi-stud.
Thanks.
I can't believe you haven't been kicked off the team.
What are you guys talking about? They love me.
Dennis, how does it feel to pound your opponent into the ground, jam your knee in his chest, and leave him for dead?
Feels good, Janice.
That's what I thought. Gee, I wish I could play football.
If there's a way, I'm sure you'll find it, Dennis.
Hey, guys, what's up? Marcus, what's happening? Hey, Randy, what it is? Gene, dude.
Speak English, dummy. Just don't speak at all.
Hey. I'll catch up with you guys later. Hey, it's football, Mr. Moore. Give the rookies a hard time, toughen us up. Those guys love me.
Yeah, I mean, I could feel the warmth, it's almost blistering.
Yeah.
How you doing, Dennis?
Mr. Moore. Hi. Great to see you.
Yeah. Need some help?
No, I'm just breaking in a new set of knee pads,
Oh.
That isn't work.
Sure I can't give you a hand?
I need a whole body. Oh, gosh. I feel good. I'm sorry about having to leave rehearsal early, but I really feel that the more extra work I do around here, the more I really feel a closeness growing between me and the other guys, a bond, I think I'm starting to gain the respect, Mr. Moore. Hey, guys. Good to see Randy, Marcus. Take it easy. I'll catch up with you guys later. Locker room hijinks.
Dennis, You know, I talked to Coach Finelli.
Great guy, huh? He's cutting me from the team, right?
Better you should learn from me than off a bulletin board. Huh?
Hey, I knew it had happened.
I thought this whole thing was just a joke to you.
Yeah. It's just I never expected to be humiliated by a bunch of guys that I laugh at and make jokes about, you know?
Yeah, the guys that smashed the beer cans on their foreheads.
Yeah, those are the guys. And I can't be on their team. I got a higher IQ than most of their weights. But you know what? I'll get over it. You know, who wants to hang around with a bunch of guys whose lips move when they read a stop sign?
You know, Dennis, the more you joke about this, the more I know you're hurting.
Hey, come on, Mr. Moore. I mean, come on. These are guys who throw a party every time they get a nosebleed.
That is what I mean.
Mr. Moore. Actually, I don't feel too good about this.
I know.
It's like those guys have something I don't.
You have any idea what that is?
There's a guy half my size, and he's coming at me. And he's got this look in his eye like he doesn't care what happens to him. And I start thinking to myself, you know, this guy could really hurt me. And I want to stop him, Mr. Moore. But I become a human turnstile. You know, I tell myself, oh, it's okay, Dennis. You know, you're just being cautious. You're just being careful. But I'm a wimp. I guess I just don't have any.
Any what?
I'm even afraid to say it. Guts, Mr. Moore. I'm a coward. You know what, though? Who needs it? Huh? Who needs it? I'm going to MIT, Mr. Moore. So, you know, courage. I mean, come on. Who needs it anyway?
Well, it's just not your kind of courage, okay?
What are you talking about? I just told you I don't have any.
Sure you do. You walk around saying you're smarter than everybody else. That takes some kind of guts.
Come on.
Okay, you sneak into the principal's office. You stuff his file cabinets full of rubber snakes. That takes some nerve.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. But football is a little different. See, this takes a kind of pure, raw physical courage. And that's something that not everybody has.
You're right. You're right, Mr. Moore. I mean, anybody who is stupid enough to stick around when they know they could get hurt deserves what they get.
Yeah, like police and firefighters, search and rescue workers, people that deal with AIDS patients.
All right. I guess I'm not like them.
Well, Dennis, you have your own kind of courage.
Really?
Sure. It's inside you, and you just have to find it.
How?
Well, if not here, then somewhere else.
London, see me after you shower.
Yeah, sure thing, Coach.
You got a few minutes?
Sure, Chuck.
Charlie. Cleopatra, you watch your voice level. Everybody concentrate. Maybe we'll be out of here before midnight, okay? Abe Lincoln, you're speaking to Marie Antoinette.
Madam, you've been described as frivolous, vain, contemptuous of your people, a traitor to your country. Isn't that right?
Mr. Moore, isn't that a little harsh? I mean, I don't think she saw herself as a traitor. She was as much a prisoner of her class as anyone else. Her class just happened to be royalty.
Okay, the thing is...
Where's the joke? Well, what happened to my joke?
You don't want to do that joke.
Oh, I gave up the Ides of March. I'm not giving this up.
Okay. Mr. Lincoln, once again, please, from traitor, and do the joke.
A traitor to your country. Isn't that right?
Yes, and I was beheaded at the Bastille.
Well, young lady, beats being shot in the theater.
All right, you win.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Is this where I do the kite bit?
I hate him.
You know, it's bad enough we have to do this. No, I love it, Dr. Samuels. But Dennis, we don't know our lines by now. We're gonna look really stupid. I'll just sit down now.
You have a problem here, Dennis?
I got a lot on my mind, Mr. Moore. Are you ready for this? Coach says I might play on Friday.
Congratulations.
Gee, Dennis, you must be really good.
I don't know, Jawaharlal. Coach said Madison has a really, really brutal team, and there might be a lot of injuries, and I might come in handy.
Forget football. Concentrate on Franklin.
He can't. Obviously, he's terrified. Every time he starts to think of his next line, he hears bones cracking, tendons snapping, ankles twisting, teeth loosen.
Janice, shut up.
Well, you don't have to worry about that, Dennis, because the contest has been changed till 5 p.m. That's in conflict with the game. I just saved your life.
Wait a minute. Dennis, is that what you want to do?
Actually, it's
Now,
not
you've been talking about wanting to find out a few things. This would be a great opportunity.
You're right. Dr. Samuels, I'm sorry. I gotta play football. Guys, you see, I gotta get out there and play on Friday. I gotta prove to myself that I'm not a... I gotta prove to myself that I'm not a wimp. You understand?
Lots of luck, man.
Thanks.
Dennis, I order you to be in the show.
Now, wait a minute. Maybe I can do both, you know, if I take the right trains and everything?
No way.
Excuse me, Dr. Samuels. I think in this case, the director outranks the writer. Can you get here, Dennis?
Oh, sure you can. All you gotta do is after the game, you get on the D train from Kings Highway to 42nd Street.
Right,
You get off
right.
and take the Grand Central across town.
I take the Lexington Avenue.
Right, you get off at 86, boom, you're there, like that.
Sounds like a good plan to me. Thanks, guys. Done.
Thank you, Mr. Moore.
Yeah. Anything goes wrong, guess who I hold responsible? My hands will close round his neck. I will squeeze gently at first, my fingers tightening ever so slowly. And that's for Mr. Moore. You can't imagine what I'll do to Dennis.
I can't believe he's not here.
Well, what are we gonna do now?
Just study your lines.
We're on in 5 minutes. Where's Benjamin Franklin?
He's right where I said he'd be. Missing. Tell him to put some other school on next.
But we lose points for not being ready.
Blown away by Dennis Blunden.
Well, not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Do you realize what a disaster this is?
Well, if you stop screaming, maybe we could solve the problem, okay?
How?
As Ben Franklin might have said to Martin Scorsese, God helps those who help themselves.
At Versailles, we celebrated the events of the day by our hairstyles. When your American Revolution was the topic of conversation in Paris, Madame de Pompadour and I wore wigs 3 feet high with red, white, and blue flags.
I'll drink to that.
How appropriate. Trash like you celebrating rabble like them.
Hardly rabble, Your Majesty. The American Revolution was an aristocratic enterprise. The country was stolen by greedy merchants, landowners, and politicians.
I can explain everything. Where's my costume?
Don't worry about that now. What happened to you?
Huh? Oh, I dislocated my shoulder.
What happened?
Well, it was late in the game. Players were dropping like flies. I'm sitting on the bench, hyperventilating. I'm telling you, Mr. Moore, it was the scariest afternoon of my life.
Dennis, I can see that. What happened?
Well, Coach comes up to me and he says, "Blunden!" And before I can say, he left. He goes, "Get in there!" So I'm walking out in the field. I can't feel my feet. I can't see. I can't hear. It was like everything was in slow motion. Next thing I know, they're running a play. They hand the ball off to this guy. I'm telling you, Mr. Moore, he had to be Arnold Schwarzenegger's big brother. And he's coming right at me. And there's a voice inside my head screaming, "Run, run, get out of the way!"
Yeah.
But there's 2,000 other voices screaming, "Stop him, stop him!"
Right.
I was outvoted. Next thing I know, my body smashes into his head on. And I hear this screaming, and it was awful, Mr. Moore, because I realized it was me. And that's when I found out I dislocated my shoulder. A real football injury, isn't it great?
Did you stop the guy?
You bet I stopped him!
Dennis, I am so proud of you.
God, does that hurt?
I'm sorry.
Look, I better get into my costume. They're probably waiting out there.
No, somebody else is using your costume at the moment. Come here.
Who?
After 3 days, fish and house guests begin to stink.
Oh, you didn't.
I had to.
Last place. Can you believe it? Last place.
What makes me really angry is that Dr. Samuels got an honorable mention.
He was good.
You guys promise you're not mad at me?
Are you kidding? I'm jealous. You got out of the play.
And all you have to do is wear that sling for a while. I'll wear the shame for the rest of my life.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
I assume we've all recovered from last Friday. I hope so, because you're going to need your energy today. We are beginning an exciting period in American history, the Eisenhower years.
Mr. Moore, if you don't mind, I'd like to take a minute to say something to the class. I just wanted to tell you guys that I really appreciate you guys understanding about my having to miss the living history thing so that I could play in my first and last football game. I'm also really glad that I got a chance to see the end of your performances because that gives me the opportunity to say,
Would anyone like a shot at his other shoulder?
Simone, nice shoes there.
Forget it, Dennis. I'm not giving you any more money.
It's not for me, Simone. I was watching the telethon a couple of months ago, and now they're bugging me for my pledge. I owe them $9, and it's for Jerry's kids.
Jerry's kids?
$9 buys a kid a trip to the circus.
Oh, okay. I've only got $3. I'm sorry. Can I give you the rest tomorrow?
Yeah, I guess. Hey, Arvin! Right.
Whoa.
I need to borrow $6.
Dennis, you borrowed $2 from me last week. And you borrowed $1 yesterday for lunch, remember?
Yeah.
That's $3.
So that leaves $3 you owe me.
All I have is $2.
Okay. You'll owe me $1, but I want it no later than tomorrow. Do you understand?
Well, at least when you take my lunch money, you don't break my glasses.
That's right. Maria!
Don't give them any money, Maria. The best thing to do with panhandlers is to give them your usable discards.
How would you like to live to see puberty?
How would you like to pay me back my money, you welcher?
Hey! Come on, guys. Now, you know I wouldn't be hitting you up for money if it wasn't for something really, really important.
Oh, yeah? Like what, Dennis?
Well,
So, Dennis, you got your new speakers yet? Oh,
I'm impressed. It's like a reenactment of the bank panic in 1933.
Dennis owes us all money.
Oh, it's just a run on Dennis, huh? You get a weekly allowance, right? I mean, what happens to it?
Well, I usually get it on Monday, and that usually lasts me till Monday afternoon. And then I have to supplement it with things I do around the house.
So what's different about this week?
My dad found out what I was doing around the house. I was going through his pants pockets, okay?
Was he wearing them at the time?
I thought he was asleep. He looked so peaceful there in the recliner lounger. And he goes berserk. Oh, and get this. He accuses me, his own son, of stealing.
Oh. Guy's got a lot of nerve.
So you see why I'm so desperate, guys? He's cut off my allowance until I am well into Social Security.
Well, guess you'll have to get a job.
Yes? A job?
Yeah, working for money. You know, Dennis, you see thousands of people rushing around Manhattan every day. You think they're going to class?
Working for money, huh? It's novel.
Well, here, Dennis, this one's perfect. Do you ride a bicycle?
Next.
Hey, how about construction work?
Oh, yeah, that's good. Me lugging 2x4s across a steel girder 90 stories above the street. What's wrong with this picture?
Well, Dennis, you gotta find something.
Let me take a look. Okay, now here's something. Computer programmer needed. Oh, and look at this. Data bank manager. These jobs are perfect for me, Arvid. I can operate the VAX Pascal and CRT systems. And this XNES, I can wing that.
I think that means experience necessary.
Well, I have experience. What about the time I hacked into Dr. Samuel's computer and I made him an illegal alien?
That's right. Well, hey, maybe it's worth a phone call.
This is gonna be great. I'll get a nice, cushy job. I can use Mr. Moore as a reference. I'll make big bucks, and I'll never have to borrow any money from anybody anymore.
Great.
Oh, give me a couple quarters, will you?
Sure.
Morning, Tony.
Hey, Charlie, I'll be right with you. Okay? Try the new breakfast special. It's goat cheese.
I think I'll start the morning with some coffee.
I'll be right back.
I get it myself, is okay?
Terrific. I'm a little short-handed today.
All right. Where is Dimitri?
He's going upstate.
Attica?
No, Syracuse. He's in college now.
That's great.
I don't know how great it is. I'm waiting on tables here.
You know, it so happens that I got a student who is looking for a job.
Oh, yeah, what, one of them geniuses?
Well, he's a bright kid.
Hard worker?
He's very smart.
Good with people.
This kid is sharp, Tom.
He's a loser, right?
Deep down, I think he's a good kid, but he needs to work, you know?
Hey, for you, Charlie, we'll give him a shot, huh?
All right.
Put it there, pal.
Thank you. And Andrew Jackson's administration was the last one not to leave this country in debt.
Then again, how much can an MX musket have cost?
Well, that and other burning issues we'll address tomorrow. Dennis, I need to speak to you. See y'all.
Yeah, Mr. Moore?
Dennis, I spoke to some of the people you applied to for a job.
Oh, great. What'd you say?
Well, I told them that you were creative, resourceful, and very intelligent.
And what did they say?
Is he a high school graduate?
So you lied, right?
Wrong.
Okay, you told them I was still in high school. What'd they say then?
Goodbye.
That is so unfair, Mr. Moore. I can do those jobs. Why do you have to be a high school graduate to program the MBS, JCL, and BCC7 systems?
Haven't the slightest idea.
Exactly.
Look, Dennis, why should they hire you? You have no work experience. I think you're going to have to set your sights a little lower.
You mean something like the O'Gaiver 286?
Well, a little lower.
Data processing? What could possibly be lower than data processing?
You know that little Greek coffee shop a couple of blocks down, Casa Falafel?
Ooh, that dump that used to be Casa Burrito?
It's not a dump. A friend of mine owns it.
Sorry.
Okay, it so happens he could only afford to change half of the sign. The food is not bad if you skip the soup. And he tells me he's looking for a waiter.
A waiter? You mean as in someone who serves food to another person? Please, Mr. Moore, I'm a math major.
Okay, add this up. It's $4 an hour. 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, plus weekends, plus tips.
Enjoy your lunch.
Hey, Slim. Yo. Now, I might not be the galloping gourmet over here, but I do know that pastrami's not supposed to be brown.
I am a waiter, not a food colorist.
Hey, wise guy, here, you eat it.
Why don't you let me get you another sandwich, sir? It's my fault.
Whoa, where you going, bub? I ordered roast beef well done. Look at this. It's bright red.
Hold on. All right, I think I figured this out. Here. It's for you. Bon appetit.
Yo, Dennis, malted.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Pappas. I'll tell you, this is gonna hit the spot.
Not for you. Him.
Sorry.
What are you doing? I'm sorry, Polly. Bring it over here. I'll get you another one.
See, I heard you. You said Dennis Malden.
How many times I gotta tell you?
But
You're trying to
you
ruin my
said Dennis Malden.
business here. No. You got that. Go clean up the table. Yeah, do something good for a change. Get out of here. Will you?
Janice! Do we have a lunch date?
It's funny. All through school today, I've had this strange craving for goat cheese.
Yeah? Well, we're out of goat cheese. Sorry, sir, your bologna's rancid. I'll get you another one.
That's okay, because now I have a strange craving for revenge.
Janice, what are you doing? Janice, hang up that phone. Come on, Janice, please don't tell anybody. Come on.
I want my money.
You'll have it.
I want it now.
I don't get paid until Friday.
What about tips?
Are you crazy? You've seen me work.
Dennis!
Hello, Arvid. Guess what? There's this fabulous restaurant that you must try.
Yo, Gumby. There's crud on my fork.
I love this.
Something wrong with your milkshake, Arvid?
Yeah, I ordered a tuna sandwich.
So make them take it back. This'll be fun. Oh, waiter.
What? No, it's okay. I'll just drink it. It's all right. It's an understandable mistake. Just have this, even though I have a lactose intolerance. Oh, I sure hope I don't swell up.
Well. After all the insults, after all the put-downs, after all the practical jokes, finally my chance is here. Dennis, clean off this table.
Ahem. Heard the lady. Hit off the table. And where's your hat?
Oh, Dennis, you missed a spot.
All right, that's it. Go ahead, take your best cheap shots. Just remember, he who laughs last laughs loudest.
It's true, the paper hat and everything.
This is a nightmare. What are you looking at, huh? Yeah, it's me, okay? Oh, sure. Go ahead, press your greasy noses up against the window. It's not like you have to clean it.
Hey, buddy, new invention. It's called a coffee pot.
Hang on.
Waiting on us must be so embarrassing for him.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna leave him a big tip.
I think we should see how the service is first.
Hey, we don't want to over-tip him. We don't want him to think that we're taking pity on him.
Maybe you're right. I think I'll just leave him a thank you note.
Thanks.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
Hey, no, thank you.
And I just want you to know that all of Dennis's friends are always welcome here. And I'll give you a student discount.
Oh, thank you. Hey, did you hear that, Dennis? We're gonna make this place a regular hangout.
Hi, Dennis. How's the new job?
How's the new job? Janice made me cut off her crusts. Does that pretty well sum it up?
It could be worse.
Like what? Camping? They humiliated me, Mr. Moore. Me, Dennis Blunden.
Is this the same Dennis Blunden that crazy glued the entire class to their seats?
And that gives them a right to go ordering me around?
Dennis, you're a waiter.
Oh, fine, Mr. Moore. Take their side.
Look, there's nothing wrong with being a waiter. It is an honest, respectable job.
It's an honest, respectable, hard job. You know, after you go home at night, I gotta stay and fill up salt and pepper shakers and ketchup dispensers. And do you know how hard it is getting the napkins into those little holders? And if my checks don't add up, I'm responsible. I gotta pay for it out of my own pocket. My first day's work cost me $7. The highlight of my day was a thank you note from Simone.
Stop whining, Dennis, huh? I mean, you are an able-bodied, intelligent, educated young man. Now, surely you can grasp the notion of earning some money and feeling some self-respect.
Respect?
Yeah.
I'm wearing a paper hat.
Dennis, the first week is always the hardest. It'll get better, believe me. You know, you just have to trust me on this.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Finally, my fries are here.
Fillmore, hi, Miss Mira. Yes, just a moment. Charlie, Dennis Blunden's father.
Morning, Mr. Blunden.
Yeah. Money for you, Darlene. Hello, little Janice. Here is all the money that I owe you.
Thanks, Dennis. And I'm sorry I had to lean on you the other day.
Mr. Moore, here is all the money I ever borrowed from you paid back in full.
Thank you, Dennis. I thought you didn't get paid till Friday.
Oh, I don't. My dad gave me this.
You did?
Yeah, where else would I get this kind of money?
It's a good question. So you don't have to be real smart to figure that we'll talk about this tomorrow. Okay. Dennis, I want to talk to you now. And Sarah, I am still waiting for your paper on the growth of the national debt.
Well, I guess I owe you one.
Yeah, tomorrow, 6 pages.
I thought you said 5 pages.
Interest. Well, I guess your dad must have had quite a change of heart.
Oh, yeah. He felt really bad about my having to work, so he gave me $100, said, go out, kid, buy yourself something nice. But don't worry, Mr. Moore, just the necessities. Some computer software, a couple of videotapes, and I have had my eye on this little piece of plastic vomit.
Your father called the school this morning, Dennis. I spoke with him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Wanted to make sure that you're not mooching money from your classmates. Said he wasn't going to give you any more. And he's pretty disgusted with your attitude toward your job.
Well, like you say, he must have really had a change of heart.
Mood swings like that, you should be medicated, huh?
Okay. I didn't get the money from my father. I borrowed it from Mr. Pappas.
Uh-huh. So you're going to work off the debt?
Well, not exactly. See, now that I've paid everybody back, and since I don't really need to work, I thought that at this point I could retire.
Let me get this straight. You borrowed money from this man so you could walk out on it.
No, it sounds bad when you put it that way.
Well, I'll put it another way. That is reprehensible. Look, the guy goes out on a limb for you. He gives you a helping hand, you leave him high and dry. Huh? I vouch for you. He trusts me. Now, where does this leave me?
You don't understand, Mr. Moore. I can't work there. It's humiliating. I hate it. Why should I have to go in there day after day and do something I don't like?
What? Do you think that Pappas likes running this restaurant all by himself? You think he likes loaning somebody $100, discovering he's not going to be paid back?
I didn't say I wasn't going to pay him back. Next month is my birthday, and every year Grandma Blunden sends me a check. So I cash it, I pay Mr. Pappas back, problem solved. Now what are we getting so excited about? I mean, what's $100?
I'll tell you what it is to a man like Pappas. He probably has to work a month, Dennis, to save that much money.
I promise you, I will pay Mr. Pappas back. But I am not going to work there.
You just don't get it, do you?
Hey, Tony, you gonna bring me a menu over here, or you just want me to take a guess?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Yo, Denny!
Denny!
Hey, Denny, Eddie over here wants the Dolphins in 3 points. What do you think?
I never bet on fish, Paulie.
That's very funny.
Mr. Pappas, could we talk? I mean, really talk?
Yeah, something wrong?
This is hard to say, but I've got these personal problems, and
You need more money? Go take it out of the cash register. I trust you. Meanwhile, I'll get Louis his coffee.
Louis, could you wait for the coffee? No, Mr. Pappas, I don't want to borrow any more of your money. I feel bad enough about borrowing the $100 in the first place. And I'm going to get that back to you, I promise.
Hey, Dennis, you're a nice kid. You pay me back when you can.
Hey, is anybody waiting tables here or what?
Dennis, we got customers. Hey, you working here or not?
That's what I want to talk to you about, Mr. Pappas. I gotta quit.
Quit? You mean now?
Well, yeah. It's a great job, and you're a great boss, but I'm in school, and I got homework.
Hey, Denny, come on. I've been sitting here so long, I'm losing weight.
Anthony, a bill of fare, please.
Listen, I'm really sorry to see you go.
What about the chow?
Nice food, huh? Let's go.
Hey, everybody, shut up, will you?
You know what, Mr. Pappas? You'll find a replacement real soon.
Dennis, I got no time to talk now. Good luck. I'll get your sandwich in a minute.
Hey, come on, Tony, I'm dying here.
Why don't you go get some sushi?
Oh, nice, smooth.
Encore.
Let me give you a hand, Mr. Pappas. I'll have your sandwich in a minute, Eddie. There you go, Eddie. Tuna on rye, no mustard.
Just like my governess used to make.
Hi.
Hi.
Get your menu?
Yeah, sure.
What are you doing here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
I'm just working.
Yeah, I can see that. For how long?
I don't know. As long as it takes, or until Mr. Pappas can find a replacement. And until I work off the money that I owe him. I had to do it.
No, you didn't.
Thanks, Mr. Moore. What'll it be?
I think I'm gonna go with a meatloaf.
Outstanding. And as an appetizer, may I suggest the stuffed grape leaves?
Sure, why not?
And for dessert, sir?
Dennis, I can't eat all this stuff. And what are you trying to do to me?
I'm trying to pad my tip. I owe the man $100.
Okay, some baklava. I get a double order. Split it with you.
Hey, everybody. Guess what I got? Oh, no. It's not plastic vomit this time. It's my first paycheck.
Good. Yeah, so?
What do you mean, yeah, so? This is mine. I worked 2 long, hard weeks for this money.
So, how much did you make?
$3.14.
That's after taxes, I guess.
And after I paid back Mr. Pappas. May not be much, but it's my $3.14.
Feels a lot different when you earned it rather than just having it handed to you, doesn't it?
Look at all the ribbons, bright and gay. It's a Rhineland wedding day. It's a Rhineland wedding day.
Everybody's dancing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kissing and romancing. Ooh la la. If you keep it up, it's safe to say another wedding's on its way. Another Rhineland wedding day.
No, no, no! Stop! Forget it! London, why are you doing that? This is the Shepherd Prince, not a Jerry Lewis movie.
Pardon me, Mr. Wimple, but I'm trying to make it funny.
Well, the last thing we need is you trying to make us look ridiculous.
That's right.
Come on, all right, hold it, that's it. Stop, hold it. Opening night is 2 weeks from Friday. Can we try and pull this fiasco together?
Excuse me, Mr. Wimple.
What is it?
Excuse me. You know the blue costumes that you ordered for the soldiers' chorus?
Well, are they here yet?
Yes, but they're yellow.
What? That did it. I'm not gonna cheat my audience. People expect something from a Vernon Wimple production.
Oh, yeah, like last year's Christmas pageant. Remember that, Mr. Wimple? They booed the Virgin Mary. There, does that get me out of this disaster?
No, never mind. You stay, I'm going.
Wait a minute, Mr. Wimple.
I cannot create under these conditions. I'm an artist! As of now, I am officially no longer the director of this disaster!
If you were my princess, how happy we two could be. Though our royal treasury might be quite bare,
We'd have a kingdom of love to share.
though our humble palace would be just a room, that room would be filled with pride. Just say that you love me and make me your prince, and you'll be my princess bride.
Well, okay, I'll direct a musical.
What? I knew you wouldn't let me down.
But not this musical.
Huh?
I think that we should do something more contemporary, you know, like Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah! Little shop of horrors, little shop of little shop.
You want to do a musical about a plant that eats people? Yeah! Even if I did like Little Shop of Horrors, which I don't, we can't do it. All the money that's been allocated for sets and costumes has already been spent. Huh. There is no more.
There is the contingency fund.
Shut up. Dr. Samuels, we could repaint the sets.
Kids, we can't just do another musical just like that.
Oh, there's always a first time.
You still here? We advertised the Shepherd Prince. We're going to do the Shepherd Prince.
Fine. Save me a seat. I'll be there opening night.
Okay, will do your little shop of horrors.
Yeah!
But I will not spend one more dime on this production. You understand? Not one nail, not one bucket of paint, not one spool of thread. Nothing. Just nothing.
I think I can get you some thread.
Out of the national budget, $21,000 for each American household goes to defense. Yet some people say we have less security now than before we spent the $2 trillion.
Very good. Okay, the rest of you, I'd like 500 words, pro or con, on the subject for Friday. Okay? See you tomorrow. Is there something? The cast list, right?
Yes. Right.
I have it here. I don't think it's the right time.
Oh, come on.
Simone, Janice, Jawaharlal, chorus, atmosphere, etc.
All right.
Arvid Ingen, prompter.
From villager to prompter? That sounds like a demotion.
Sarah and Darlene are Crystal and Chiffon.
Who's the other one?
Monica Kisselback.
Who's playing Mr. Mushnick?
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I'm working on that, okay? Eric will be Oren, the dentist. And Alan.
I know. Seymour. I'll be great. Thanks, Mr. Moore.
Sure. Saying the much coveted role of Audrey will be Maria Borges.
Congratulations. What?
I said you'll be playing the role of Audrey. You know, the lead, the star of the show.
Oh, great.
If it's not too much trouble.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Moore. I'd love to do it. Thank you very much.
Mr. Moore, when you direct, how come I feel so unimportant?
You're very important, Dennis. I'm counting on you to run things backstage. You're going to be painter, construction, stage managing, like you did for Grease.
Backstage again?
Are you two guys in or out?
Okay.
Thank you.
Come on and he's on down.
TJ, was that you?
Was what, me?
Just now, singing.
No, I just came to drop off these.
Plant. It grew. Bright sun. It was beautiful.
Excuse me. Look, Alan, the essence of Seymour's character is shy. He's awkward. You know, he's clumsy. He says all the wrong things. He's wearing the wrong clothes.
Right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so can we try it again? Are you with us, Arvid? Yep. And Maria.
You don't know the half of it. I've led a terrible life.
That's all behind you now. You have nothing to be ashamed of. I always knew you were a very nice person. Wrong? What? It's wrong. He said it wrong.
Well,
Well, what?
well, Arvid, you're the prompter, okay? Your job is to help him, not just tell him he's wrong.
Well, how's he gonna learn it if I just tell him the answer?
But it's not a test, Arvid. Look, when he's stuck, you wait a moment, then you feed him the proper line so we can continue with the scene, okay?
Oh. All somebody had to do is tell me.
Okay. And
I'm only trying to help.
thank you, Arvid.
You're a very nice person. I always knew you were. Lift up your head, wipe off your mascara. Here, take my Kleenex. Wipe that lipstick away. Show me your face, clean as a morning. I know things were bad, but now they're okay. Suddenly Seymour. Like that?
Yeah, exactly like that.
Arvid, you're not bad. No, really. Mr. Moore, you should seriously consider making Arvid my understudy. You know, in case maybe I get hit by a light or something. Me. Excuse me, I need a drink of water. All this singing is making the old pipes a little rusty.
Sure. Don't worry.
Mimi.
Well, let's just forget Suddenly Seymour for a moment, shall we?
Let's forget about Alan.
Yeah, it looks like we suddenly found a new Seymour.
Yeah, Arvid. Oh, yes, Arvid, you're wonderful. But who's gonna tell Alan?
I believe it's a tradition in the theater that the director tells the guy who stinks that the understudy is now the star.
Right. Wait a minute. Alan is pretty good, and he's working hard, and he's going to get better.
Yeah, this is awful. If I had any idea that you guys were going to start talking about dumping Alan. Wow.
Nobody's dumping anyone. Let's just see how things go, shall we?
And then you'll dump him, right?
Mr. Moore, what am I supposed to do with this set?
I don't know, Dennis. Try painting it.
We have no paint.
Well, don't worry, okay? How is the plant coming?
Feed me.
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
Mr. Moore, I really think we should have a serious talk.
About what?
About me being in the play.
No.
Shing-a-ling, what a creepy thing to be happening. Look out, look out, look out, look out. What was that?
You don't like the way that I sing?
Monica, whatever that was is not part of the song.
I know that. I was trying to make it interesting.
Interesting?
Well, frankly, it's boring singing with untrained, undisciplined, tin-eared amateurs.
Tin-eared? Monica, do you want to make it really interesting for everybody? Try quitting.
Great idea.
Monica.
Mr. Moore, thank you for the most humiliating experience of my life. I was the lead, the shepherd princess, and now I'm reduced to shing-a-lings and doo-dahs. I quit.
Oh, no. Mr. Moore, I'm sorry.
It'll be fine, don't worry. Sing.
What?
Anything.
Do you know people get ready? People get ready. There's a train a-coming. Don't need no baggage. You just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesel humming. Don't need no ticket. You just thank the Lord.
Welcome aboard. You are our new runette.
All right. Wait a minute. This is an extracurricular activity, right?
Right?
Can't do it. Dr. Samuel says I can't be in any extracurricular activities until I apologize for something I didn't do.
What is it he thinks you did that you didn't do?
Singing in the hallways. Sorry, gotta go.
Mr. Moore, maybe we should just go back to the Shepherd Prince.
Right. At least we had sets and costumes, and we still don't have a Mr. Mushnick.
Okay, you want a Mr. Mushnick and sets and costumes? Fine. They're all on their way, okay?
How?
Well, first, I think it's about time that I told you about this guy. Let's call him Dixon Ticonderoga, okay?
Oh, shh, here comes Dr. Samuels.
Where is Dixon Ticonderoga?
I don't know. He said he had a few things to do.
Mr. Moore, it's just not fair. We're here working hard, and Dixon Ticonderoga's out there somewhere goofing off.
I heard there's a problem. What is it?
Miss Mira, you promised.
I'm sorry, Mr. Moore. It was my duty to tell him.
Well, it's just a tiny problem, Dr. Samuels. Since I'm dropping Dixon Ticonderoga from the show, we don't really have anybody to play the role of Mr. Mushnick.
Who's he?
Mr. Mushnick runs the flower store where Seymour works. He's just sort of the star of the show. So this is where Seymour is showing the plant to Audrey and her boyfriend, Orrin, okay? All right? And Dennis, the plant, please.
That's a plant.
Well, have a seat, please. Why don't you join us? And take it away.
Hey, this must be that plant they're talking about on the news. What do you call it? Audrey 2. Cute name. Catchy. Nice plant. Big.
Seymour, this is my boyfriend, Oren Scavello, Doctor of Dental Science.
You know, kid, you could take this plant to any florist shop in town and name your price. I'm telling you, kid, this is a big green gold mine. Get out of this dump and take the plant with you. Yeah, sure.
Okay, and so this is where Mr. Mushnick overhears. And... Dr. Samuels, would you mind just reading Mr. Mushnick's role?
Oh, well,
Yeah, you could help us here in this rehearsal.
Well, he'll think about it.
It's a question, see? The question mark. He's just talking to himself aloud, okay? He's thinking about Seymour, who works for him, in a new light. Okay, go.
He'll think about it. I've treated that kid like dirt all this time. And now that he and his plant can save my business, he's thinking of leaving. All I had to do was tell him he's appreciated. Maybe it's not too late.
Hey, that's wonderful. Excellent.
Now what?
Well, there is a song that Mr. Wafting wrote especially for Dixon Ticonderoga. But if you don't feel like trying to sing it, I mean...
Let me see that. I can do this. Einstein had a notion or two, so did Plato and Cato and Freud. Edison sure was an egghead. And for you, kid, there's only one void. Shakespeare was good, Mozart was good, but you're a genius. Van Gogh wasn't bad, Thoreau rates a tad, but you're a genius. There's Machiavelli, there's Keats and there's Shelley, Thoreau and Camus and the rest. But like Bach and like Handel, they can't hold a candle to you. You're the best. Monet, Rabelais, throw in Escoffier, his souffle, quite edible. Rodin rates a bow, Michelangelo Mao, but thou art incredible. Puccini, Fellini, Picasso, you just got to give them their due. They're not dim, they're not dumb, they're much smarter than some, but genius! We're talking about you. Hey, kid, we're talking about you.
My God in heaven, I mean, if only we could find someone like you to play this role.
Hey, anyway, it's supposed to be for a student, right?
It's not a school rule. That's not even a tradition.
Wait a minute, Miss Mira, you're not saying...
Oh, Mr. Moore, call me completely wacky, but I don't know why Dr. Samuels couldn't play the role. I mean, why not?
No, wait a minute. This is my decision, and I've decided. That's a brilliant idea, Simone. Congratulations. That is, if...
Okay, I'll do it. What kind of costume will I wear?
Well, I suppose you've heard of Japanese No theater.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot like that. No costumes, no sets, no props, no makeup, no band. Of course, you know why. No money.
You can't expect the principal of a major high school to make a fool out of himself in some shabby two-bit production.
No, and I wouldn't want that to happen. I mean, it certainly is a pity, though, sir. I mean, you were born to play this role.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Excellent.
There is the contingency fund.
I know about the contingency fund. I'll have to cancel a few meetings. Okay, you get your money.
Thank you, sir. You were wonderful. So were you. You were all wonderful. Thank you. Okay, problem solved.
We still need a Ronette.
Don't worry. I'm working on that. We'll have one soon. Let's just continue, okay?
Okay.
Where is Maria?
She went to make a phone call.
Mom, how can you do that? That's it, I'm hanging up. I can't believe it. I'm hanging up. Watch me. Watch.
Maria, would this have anything to do with your not having your mind on the show?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
What's there to talk about? My mother's gonna marry this total sleazoid creep, and now Johnny the jerk is gonna be my stepfather.
I'm really sorry, Maria. I wish that there was something that I could do to help.
Yeah, well, you had your chance, but you blew it.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember Parents' Day? Do you remember my mother was attracted to you, and you could have gone out with her? She would have never met him, and I wouldn't be in this total mess.
Maria, this is your mother's life, okay? You're going away to college soon. It doesn't have to ruin your life.
It's already ruining my life. She wants me at the wedding.
Well, I think you should be there.
It's in Hoboken.
So?
Do you want to know when?
Don't tell me.
It's our opening night.
Please, I ask you not to tell me.
Oh, Mr. Moore, Dennis asked me to show you something.
Where is Dennis anyway? He's supposed to be in charge of this chaos.
Plant number 1. Plant number 2.
Feed me! Please, Mr. Moore, please, you gotta let me be in the show. It'll be so great, please.
Okay, you're in.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
More? Oh, Dr. Samuels, I'm glad you're here. I really need your opinion as the star of the show and doing some recast.
Oh, anything I can do to help?
Well, we're recasting Ronette.
Little shop of horrors, little shop of horrors.
Thank you.
Little shop of terror from a cop. Little shop of horrors, no, no. Little shop of horrors, bop shoebop. Little shop of terrors, watch 'em drop. Little shop of horrors, no, no. Shirley, spooky things could be happening. Look out, look out, look out, look out.
Thank you.
So, what do you think, huh?
No, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Look, I have seen only one real Ronette.
Oh, Dr. Samuels? Great. Listen, TJ needs your permission to change her detention from Monday to Wednesday. Is that okay?
TJ, what a surprise.
I know what you're going to say, and the answer is no. Absolutely no.
Look, Dr. Samuels, we need her.
Fine. All she has to do is apologize to her high school principal for calling him a liar.
I never called you a liar. You called me a liar.
I told you to stop singing in the halls.
And I told you it wasn't me.
Oh, yes, it was.
See, he's calling me a liar.
Is there some way that we can solve this problem?
I don't think so.
Arvin, have you decided what elective you're going to take this semester?
Yep, triangular matrix equations.
No, you're not. Arvin, the purpose of an elective is to delve into a new and totally unknown field.
Yeah?
So, what's that unknown field into which we've always wanted to delve?
What? Yeah. Wait a minute, Dennis. I don't think that's on the course list.
No, but home ec is.
What? Home ec? Why would we want to take that? It's for girls. Oh, right.
I'd just like to say that I think the Board of Education is being pretty darn reasonable. So let's stop all this gloomy Gus strike talk, huh? I mean, we don't have to have a raise, and I think we all can live with one little rollback. The important thing is we've got our health.
We better. Soon we won't have any health insurance, which is why we gotta strike.
No, wait. I'm sorry, but as your elected union rep, before I go to the negotiating committee and say that this chapter wants to strike, I think that we should investigate some alternatives that are a little less disruptive.
Right. How about a sternly worded letter to the Times?
I was thinking more of a work slowdown. Let's say that we withhold all of our extracurricular activities. No more club supervision, no more tutoring. Dr. Samuels wants all this paperwork done, fine. We do it only during school hours.
Smarten up, Charlie. A work slowdown, we'll lose our jobs. We're going to be cashing in aluminum cans.
I think it's a great way of getting our ideas across. Let's do it, Charlie.
Wait, I got it. How about buttons that say unfair?
How about I take your face and move
No, Miss
Darlene, let's get together this week and study for the advanced placement history test.
Well, I don't think that's really going to be necessary, Maria. I mean, we're going to review all the material we've covered in history class.
Yeah, I mean, we should be prepared just by listening to Mr. Moore.
Exactly.
Mr. Moore? Don't you want to get started?
Yes. Sorry, we've got a mountain of material to cover today.
Tell us about it. So, what's first?
First, how many people here drink milk with lunch at least twice a week? Show of hands, yeah.
This ought to be good. I can't wait to see how he ties it in with the Spanish-American War.
Okay, how many drink chocolate milk?
Mr. Moore, what does this have to do with history?
Nothing. This is a Student Nutrition Evaluation Report 629/R. So, how many of you eat the crackers that come with the soup?
Mr. Moore, we have that test next week to review for.
Yes. That's right. I'm sorry. I'd like to be able to help you, but the school board hasn't budged, so until that changes, we teachers are trying to complete all of our paperwork during school hours. So if I can finish this, maybe we'll have some time before the end of class.
Well, then we can get together after school for special tutoring.
That's a good idea.
No, we can no longer involve ourselves in extracurricular activities either.
But what about us? We have to do well on these tests. Our futures are on the line here.
Yeah, Mr. Moore.
Can't you bend the rules a little bit, Mr. Moore?
Yeah, just a little.
Well, I would like to, believe me, but I got to stand by my union.
Dennis, where's the rest of your lunch?
Very funny. This stuff's for home ec class. The teacher won't go to the market because of the work slowdown, so guess who gets picked to go to the food barn? Why do you have to buy the giant sizes of everything?
Because, ounce for ounce, they're cheaper.
Fine. Then you explain to the class what we're doing with the 5-pound tub of chutney.
I had a coupon. And besides, look, it came with a free Flintstone glass. I would be a fool to pass this up.
This is a nightmare.
Oh, come on, Dennis. At least you're getting to meet girls, right?
Oh, yeah, right. When they're not too busy yelling at me for overbeating my egg whites.
That's because you set your mixer on the puree setting.
Shut up. Oh, and on top of everything else, for our homework, we gotta bake something.
Oh, and Dennis, next time, make sure they double bag you.
What is the difference?
That's the difference.
Things get ugly, Miss Mira. Management may have to fill in for the teachers. So you'll be teaching freshman English and metal shop.
Metal shop? You mean with welding and riveting and banging?
Wear the safety goggles, you'll be fine.
Dr. Samuels, why can't the janitor teach metal shop?
No, I've got him down for modern dance.
Why?
Well, that's what he wanted. Please, let's not mess with the janitors
Dr.
union.
Samuels,
What do you want?
I wanted to give you these.
Huh. Petitions from the faculty, huh? Well, here's what I think of your petitions, Comrade Moore.
Well, actually, those were your surveys and questionnaires.
What? You see what you made me do? I'm supposed to send these through the proper channels.
You just did.
Morning.
Morning, sir. Mr. Moore, are you all caught up on your paperwork?
Yes, I am.
Are you sure you don't want our inseams or dental records?
No, thanks. But I would like you to settle down because I need to talk to all of you.
Oh, great. At least we have a couple days to review then.
Yeah, maybe if we really hit the books, we'll be able to catch up.
Yeah, let's go. So what are you going to teach us today, Mr. Moore?
Nothing.
What? Nothing. You said you finished all your paperwork.
Mr. Moore, come on. We have had enough of this strike stuff. We are here to learn.
Normally, I'd be ready to work with you, but the teachers' union took a vote last night, and until the school board is willing to return to the negotiating table, a work stoppage is in effect.
So does that mean you can't teach?
That's precisely what it means, yes.
Mr. Moore, this is unfair. You can't do this.
Yes, it is unfair. And yes, I can do it. So I'd suggest you find something constructive to do during the remainder of the period. Sorry.
Poached salmon with dill sauce. And you know what would be good with that? A nice lobster bisque. What do you think?
I think if I hear you say bisque or fondue or finely chopped nut meats one more time, I'm going to use your tongue as a scouring pad.
You're just upset because you got a D on your gravy.
Hey, lay off my gravy. I told you those weren't lumps.
Oh, give it up, Dennis. There's no such thing as a gravy ball.
Oh, yeah.
Fellas, do you mind exchanging your recipes a little more quietly? Some people are trying to study.
Sorry.
Too bad some people aren't trying to teach.
Mr. Moore, don't you care about us at all?
Yes, I do. But when you believe in a cause, you sometimes have to make sacrifices.
Oh, great. So you're sacrificing us.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if you could see that this strike issue is larger than how it affects you personally.
You're the one who's gonna get more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe. Perhaps even a living wage. That's so selfish of us.
Oh, just forget about it, Mr. Moore. I mean, we've got a test to study for. Maybe one of us should do your job.
Welcome to try. Might be interesting.
Okay, I'll teach. Everybody open your book to chapter 7, please. You too. Eric, you want to sit like a human being?
Wait a minute. Who said you could be the teacher?
Yeah, Dennis, who said you could teach?
Why shouldn't I be the teacher?
Well, for one thing, Dennis, it was my idea.
Yeah, but I got a higher grade point average than you do.
Well, now, let's not act like children. Let's decide this intelligently.
Fine.
Who wants Dennis to teach? And who wants me to teach? Well, fine. Does somebody else want to teach?
Matter of fact, Sarah, I am the captain of the
What's going on here? Rabble-rousing again, Mr. Moore? Next, you'll have them singing Woody Guthrie songs.
Dr. Samuels, you have to do something. If we don't get a real teacher in here, we're gonna die on that test.
Yeah. You've got one. I'm going to teach you. I may even teach a little teaching while I'm at it.
The blackboard is all yours.
Just stand back and eat my chalk dust. All right. What were they studying?
The Crittenden Compromise of 1860.
Okay. Let's talk about Christopher Columbus.
Dr. Samuels, that sounds a little basic. This is going to be an advanced history test.
Don't worry. You know, Mr. Moore isn't the only person who can make history interesting. For instance, how many of you know Christopher Columbus was a bum? Well, he borrowed money from a woman to build his boats. He didn't know where he was going. When he got there, he didn't know where he was. And when he got home, he lied about where he'd been.
Dorfman!
What do you want?
You want to sign this petition? I don't agree with the negotiating committee. This work stoppage, how can I put it diplomatically, sucks mud.
Well, sure, I'll sign. I couldn't agree with you more. This is great.
Charlie's a good man. It's just, he's never been in the service, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dorfman. If this petition works, we're gonna start a wildcat strike. Total walkout. Picket lines, baseball bats, slash tires, the works. Your name is gonna be on the hit list of every principal in New York City.
That's what I signed?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my God.
Wow, Arvid, where'd you get that cake?
I made it for home ec. I call it Arvid's Chocolate Raspberry Relativity Tort. What do you think?
It's fabulous. Yeah, that is an incredible likeness of Einstein.
Really? Thanks. It took me all night.
Oh, Dennis, where's your project?
Oh, I've got it. Beef rib tips bourguignon.
Wow. Well, how did you make that?
Oh, it's easy. Remove cover, pull tab.
Dennis, you'd better come up with something else, or Mrs. Rinkoff is going to make you wash dishes again.
She can't make me wash them if she can't find them.
What do you do with them? Oh, Dad! Oh!
That's it. It's over. We're finished. We don't have a prayer on the advanced placement history test.
And it's not our fault. Why should we be the ones who get hurt by this stupid strike?
I'll tell you why. Because their union is so greedy.
Exactly.
Mr. Moore, why don't the teachers just take their paychecks and stop ruining our lives?
Yeah.
You know, it's not as simple as that.
You know, Mr. Moore, nobody forced you to take this job.
That's right.
With all the people out of work, you should be happy to even have a job.
Yeah. You know, I'm beginning to think that Alan was right all along about unions.
You mean it?
Yeah.
Would anyone like to hear my opinions on Roe versus Wade?
Okay, you want me to teach? I'll teach.
You're kidding. What will the union say about that?
Under these circumstances, I think it'll be okay. All right, I'd like each of you to remove one shoe.
Okay, Mr. Moore, but if this is for another survey, I can tell you right now, most of us have 2 feet.
I want you to look at the shoe. See if you can tell me how it is responsible for your well-being. Okay? 1794. Federal Society of Cordwainers is founded. Does anybody know what a cordwainer is?
A shoemaker.
Exactly. Now, in those days, at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, entire industries were founded on child labor. Not just making shoes, but in coal mines, in textile mills, garment sweatshops. You could find 6-year-olds working for 10 cents a day. And often, 4-year-olds were used to clean and oil heavy machinery.
Well, how could anyone do that to a 4-year-old?
Yeah.
Simple. It's expedient. Small child fits very nicely into a large machine. But occasionally somebody loses a finger or a hand or even a life. But business is business. Business as usual. Now, in 1799, the cordwainers led the first strike in an attempt to change things. They were America's first labor union. And you know what they were arrested for?
What's that?
Criminal conspiracy to increase wages. Well, by the 20th century, things had changed considerably. At that point, management was using the militia or law enforcement to shoot striking workers, including children. So you see, if it weren't for this shoe and a lot of people who made very real sacrifices, most of you would probably be working in a sweatshop somewhere, minus a few fingers. And I hope you all do very well on your tests tomorrow.
What are we supposed to do with our shoes?
Maybe we can fit them in our mouths.
Okay, Mr. Moore. Maybe there were horror stories back then. But what does it have to do with the teacher strike today? I mean, it's not like you're trying to keep kids from being abused.
Oh, right. Yes, we are, in a way.
What kids?
Well, you and every kid in school. You deserve the best education that money can buy. Now, I know teachers who have been working for 10, 15 years. They're not making as much money as toll collectors in the Holland Tunnel. Now, what kind of people are going to be teaching you if things continue at that rate?
But you're a good teacher.
Thank you. But if I were to take a job in the real world, I could make a real living wage, maybe 2, 3 times what I make now. And I'll tell you, quite frankly, I don't know how much longer I can afford to remain a teacher.
Mr. Moore, was this petition for a wildcat strike your idea? Yes or no?
No.
Don't try to confuse the issue with your union rhetoric. You want to play rough? Fine. Class, welcome Mr. Grodnick. A bright, enthusiastic, hungry young scholar with a PhD in history who has agreed to replace Mr. Moore and help you in your hour of need.
You mean a scab?
It's business as usual, but not in my class.
Don't tell me whose class this is.
I think I can take it from here, Dr. Samuels. Now, class, I understand you were discussing the Crittenden Compromise of 1860.
I don't think this is gonna work.
Yeah, I just don't feel right about it. It's like crossing a mental picket line.
Right.
And I sure don't want to be taught by some guy who'd cross a real one.
Yeah.
I don't either. I only want to be taught by the best.
Would you wait outside for a moment, Mr. Grodnick?
Still gonna get paid, aren't I?
Yeah. What's the matter with you kids? What about the test tomorrow?
Well, I guess we probably won't do as well as we might have.
Yeah. Maybe we'll score on the 94th percentile instead of the 98th. And maybe that'll hurt us a little down the road. But Dr. Samuels, lots of people have had to make sacrifices much, much greater than that.
Yeah. I mean, we may not like it, but it is important. And I'm willing to live with it.
Me too.
Hey, I was only trying to help you. This is your fault, Mr. Moore. Mr. Grodnick, did you ever conduct an orchestra?
Very impressive.
Yeah. I guess by not teaching us anything, you actually taught us something.
That's right. Thanks. I'm glad.
I sure wish we could use it on that darn test tomorrow.
Mr. Moore, I still have one question.
Sure.
Can Dennis put his shoe back on now?
My cake! It's gone! How could a whole cake just disappear?
Not the whole cake, Arvid. Here's Einstein's hair. You see, I hate coconut. However, the rest was delicious.
You ate my project!
You deserved it. The only reason I even signed us up for a home ec class was to meet girls, but no, you had to get an A in baking and an A in sautéing, and you had to gloat when you julienned your beets. You deserved some humiliation.
Humiliation? You want me to show you humiliation?
You mean it, Charlie? They went back to the bargaining table?
Yeah, we got him by the throat. Way to go, men.
Yeah, I guess another day or so, and we can go back to being full-time zookeepers.
There. Fine.
Great news.
What?
She told me she likes you.
No.
Yes.
Me?
You.
Wow.
Go.
When?
Now.
Oh. Hi, Vicky.
Oh, hi, Eric.
Arvid. It's Arvid.
Oh. Right, sorry.
You know, I was reading Shirley MacLaine's latest book the other day. You know, those were beautiful scenes with the extraterrestrials.
Arvid, I don't believe in that stuff at all.
Are you kidding? Neither do I. I mean, like the so-called power of crystals. I mean, give me a break.
Oh, but I believe in crystals.
And when you get a break, the crystals heal it like magic. It's really it's amazing.
Can I be honest with you? Drop the nerd act. It's not working.
What?
I've heard all about you and your little conquests. Lori Applebaum, Rhonda Gielgud, Tammy. Oh, not to mention your Beach Bunny pen pal from California. You act nerdy and weird and charm yourself into unsuspecting girls' hearts. But fortunately, I've been warned about you.
Warned? About me?
You lady killer.
You set me up.
No.
Yes.
Me?
You.
So?
You're dead.
When?
Soon.
Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning.
Do you like this nail color on me?
Darlene, it's clear.
It is?
Okay, I see the new ring. Happy?
No, I'm not happy. I want you to be jealous, excited. I want to hear little shrieks of envy.
Okay.
Ah! Darlene, where'd you get that ring? Oh, my God!
Gorgeous! Hey, everybody, guess what? Darlene got a new ring.
I'll call the Times.
Another one?
Does this happen often?
She's running out of fingers.
How many rings does she have?
Let me put it this way. If she were Jewish, she'd be Sammy Davis Jr.
Whoa, nice rock.
Thanks. It's Darlene's.
Yeah? Can I have a look?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. This is nice. Fire opal, Southern Australia. Gotta be 3 carats easy. And the band? Let's see, too heavy for white gold. Platinum?
Very good, Alex.
Yeah, I got an uncle in the jewelry business. Tony Torres's, 57th and 5th.
That's Tiffany's.
Yeah, he's in front, on the sidewalk.
Morning, everybody. What's new?
Darlene scored a new rock, Mr. Moore. Pretty exciting stuff, huh?
Now, wait a minute. Last week, I remember you running around showing everybody a new pocket protector.
Yeah, Arvid.
Well, that's because it's personally monogrammed.
New ring, huh? Another one.
That's not just another ring, Mr. Moore. That one has sentimental value. It belonged to my grandmother.
Well, it's very nice. Tomorrow, I'll bring in my mood ring.
Okay, Darlene. You wore me down. Can I try it on? Well, please.
course, we learn from our mistakes. And now we choose our vice presidents much more carefully. Chapter 9 for tomorrow. See you then.
Come on, Darlene. I want to check out that new guy with the locker at the end of the hall. Oh, is he fine?
I think I saw him. He has a mustache, right?
No, that's a shadow from his nose.
Here you go, Mr. Moore.
Unbelievable. You know, I haven't been getting my paychecks. Now, the Board of Education notifies me I'm dead.
So's Elvis, but he's still making money.
Okay, well, I'm going to see Dr. Samuels, have some of those famous last words.
Mr. Moore. Could I get used to this? Yes. Yes, I could.
Hi, TJ. What's up?
Oh, I'm not doing anything. I have every right to be here. I just came to drop off a message for Mr. Moore. Gotta go. See you. Bye.
TJ, you okay?
Listen, Sarah, can I have my grandmother's ring back now?
What? What are you talking about? I put it back on your desk. I thought you took it.
Oh, no. Hi, Alex.
Hi.
Where is it?
Where's what?
My grandmother's ring.
You left your ring in here?
Come on. You haven't seen it, have you, Alex?
No, I just came. No, I haven't seen it. Look, I gotta go. Oh.
I can't believe Alex would take your ring. He's just not like that.
I didn't say he took it. I said he was alone in the room when I went back to get it.
And the ring wasn't there.
And Alex was.
So that doesn't prove anything.
Well, obviously we know it wasn't one of us who took it, right?
I don't know that. Sorry, darling.
We gotta go.
Look, I don't care what his reasons were. That ring is important to me.
Darlene, a man is innocent until proven guilty. You can't go around accusing a guy of stealing without proof. Arvid and I will now break into his locker and get you the proof. Come on.
Well, Dennis!
Charlie, how did it happen? Was it a heart attack? A horrible boating accident?
No, I was deleted. It's really not funny, you know. I'm not getting my paychecks.
So what? Can't take it with you.
TJ, what did you do to your finger?
This? It's nothing. I just shut it in my locker.
I'll give the nurse a ring.
A what? No, I'm okay.
Oh, this is working great. This is perfect. 21.
What do you guys think you're doing?
Just relax.
Huh?
Relax.
Oh, my heart's going crazy.
Yeah, he's got arrhythmia. I gotta carry this thing with me at all times. Oh, God, he's fibrillating. Hang on.
Hey, I'm not buying it.
No?
No. So you want to tell me what's going on here?
I think I can explain, Alex.
Uh-huh. Oh. Well, thank you. Charlie, as far as I can make out, the man that's in charge of dead teachers who turn out to be alive is, well, this is really quite serious. He died.
So you think I took your ring? Well, I guess that shouldn't surprise me. I know exactly what you were thinking. Oh, he's a Puerto Rican kid. He's been around. He's worked the streets. Oh, you can't trust those people.
No, it's not that we don't trust you. It's just that we don't,
Believe you.
Oh, I get it. It's easy to put the blame on me because I'm new. Well, I didn't take your ring, Darlene. And as for the both of you, I thought we were gonna be friends. I guess I was wrong.
Nice going, Darlene.
Darlene, can I try?
Excuse me, what's going on here?
Well, no, what happened was, I had
Moore,
this but what happened was...
Shut up. Mr. Moore, do you remember my grandmother's ring? Well, it's missing, and I have reason to believe that somebody stole it. I don't want to say any more.
Hold it!
When I find your ring, Darlene, rest assured that person will answer to me. And I don't mean just a few hours detention here. I'm talking expulsion. I believe you all have somewhere you have to be. Move it!
Hi, TJ. How's it finger?
Oh, this? It's much better.
Overnight?
Yeah, I soaked it.
In what?
You know, finger soak.
Morning, Alex.
Yeah, great.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Okay.
Look, why doesn't everybody just say what's on their minds? Get it out in the open, spit it out.
Something you want to talk about with me?
Nah.
Okay.
All right, yes, I like Darlene's ring, and yes, I was in the room when she came back, but that doesn't make me a thief, does it?
No, it doesn't.
I mean, it's not like I was the only person in the room. I mean, it could...
You're saying there was somebody else in the room.
I'm not saying anything, except this. I've never stolen a thing in my life, Mr. Moore. I mean, you can believe that or not, but it's true.
I believe it.
I mean, if the rest of the people want to believe that I'm a thief, well, let them. I know I'm not, and I know the truth.
And the truth is, you know who did take the ring.
Look, I'm not going to point a finger at anybody, unless I know for sure. I mean, there's been enough of that going around. Don't you think we should be going in, Mr. Moore? I mean, you can't be late.
Oh, well, that's all right. You probably haven't heard I'm the late Charlie Moore.
The trial of Alex Torres. How am I doing?
Morning, everyone.
Morning. Mr. Moore, before we start class, may I say something?
Certainly.
Well, I'd just like to say that after thinking it over last night, I don't want to see anybody get into trouble over my ring. I'm not interested in seeing anyone punished or expelled. All I want is to have my ring back. And anyone who sees to it that it is returned, well, there'll be no questions asked, and we can put this whole unfortunate incident behind us. Thank you.
Thank you, Darlene. I'm sure that everybody hopes you'll get your ring back soon. I think that we're going to spend a little time this morning discussing the American system of jurisprudence.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Moore. You mean the radical idea that a person is presumed innocent until proven guilty?
Yeah.
Alex?
Hi, TJ.
I think it stinks what all the kids are saying about you.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, who do they think they are? Nobody's perfect, right?
Right.
Well, I just wanted to say that I know you're not the thief.
Thanks, TJ. I know you do. You were there.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
Yeah, well, don't get the wrong idea here, because, see, all I was saying was I know you didn't rip off Darlene's ring. That's all I was saying.
I know, TJ. I heard you.
Yeah? Well, someone could get from your tone of voice that maybe you thought I knew something about the ring.
Now, why would I think that?
Yeah, why would you think that?
You got anything more to say to me?
No?
Catch you later.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Oh, Mr. Moore,
How long have you been standing there?
Is that what I think it is?
I didn't steal it, Mr. Moore. I saw it on the desk and I put it on to see what my hand would look like with a ring like that on it, but it got stuck and I couldn't get it off until last night. I tried soap, I tried butter, only one thing worked. Pulling and screaming.
Okay, there is one thing you haven't tried yet, and that's telling Darlene the truth.
I can't.
Look, TJ, I know sometimes it's hard to be honest.
Yeah. Well, when I was younger, I used to snatch things, like a comic book, a hairbrush, a TV. It was a crowd I used to hang around with. You know, peer pressure, it was so easy. It was like taking candy from a baby, which I also used to do. But now, Mr. Moore, I'm turning over a whole new leaf.
So why didn't you just tell the truth from the beginning?
Yeah, right, and Darlene and everybody would have believed me. I know they look down on me. They would love to believe I stole the ring. And if Dr. Samuels finds out, I'm out of here. And I've been working so hard to make the honors class.
Yeah, I know. Look, Darlene says she'll take the ring back, no questions asked. So I could give her the ring, but you...
Oh, Mr. Moore, you're the best. And I'll never forget this, and I'll never, ever, ever let you down again.
At last, the day of judgment has arrived. I want to hear about these cases you've chosen to illustrate miscarriages of justice. Simone?
I'm doing the Scottsboro boys. They served years in jail for a rape they never committed.
I'm taking the Mary Fagan case. This Jewish guy from Brooklyn was wrongly convicted of murdering this 13-year-old girl. He was pardoned, but then a lynch mob got to him.
That was also the case that led to the formation of the Anti-Defamation League, was it not? Okay, Vicky?
Linnell Jeter, he was sentenced to life for a $615 robbery that he didn't even commit. The charges were dropped recently, but the arrest is still on his record.
I'll be taking the case of Vice President Spiro T. Agnew, who was forced to resign when he was convicted of income tax evasion.
Spiro Agnew was never exonerated.
Not yet.
Which leads us to one of the most difficult questions. What do we, as a society, do to compensate someone who has been wrongfully convicted, or incarcerated, or even executed? Exactly. Which reminds me, Darlene, I think this belongs to you.
Mr. Moore, my ring, where'd you get it?
No questions asked.
You're right, Mr. Moore. What difference does it make anyway? The only thing that matters is that I've got my grandmother's ring back. Thank you.
I didn't take it.
Darlene, has nothing we've discussed here registered with you? I mean, the Scottsboro boys, Linnell Jeter, Randall Adams.
They didn't take my ring. He did.
Wait, I didn't tell you about my report. It's gonna be about me, Alex Torres, accused, tried, and convicted of stealing by the IHP. It's a good thing you guys don't have a rope.
TJ, I bet you have something to add to this, huh?
No.
I'll be right back. TJ, wait a minute. Do I have chump tattooed on my forehead? Does Alex?
No.
Then why is it you're letting him take the rap for you?
Mr. Moore, I'll thank Alex later and tell him I appreciate what he did. Will that satisfy you?
Well, we're not doing this just to satisfy me.
Okay. But I can't tell Darlene in front of the whole class. You gotta understand that.
Okay. Darlene, you want to step out here for a moment?
Mr. Moore, don't go. That girl has Lee press-on claws.
Yes?
Well, I think TJ has something she wants to say to you.
Are you gonna talk or play charades?
I'm the one who took your ring.
You?
Yes, but please believe me, I didn't mean to steal it. See, it was sitting on your desk and I put it on, well, and it got stuck. And anyway, I'm sorry.
Well, thank you for telling me the truth, TJ. I mean, I know it couldn't have been easy for you.
You're telling me.
And anyway, I can appreciate any girl envying a ring like this, especially one in your circumstances.
Darlene.
I imagine it's like going window shopping or going into a store and trying on expensive dresses, knowing all the time that you can't possibly buy one.
I think that's a gracious enough acceptance.
Do you mind, Mr. Moore? TJ and I are trying to have a heart-to-heart here.
Well, I just don't want to see anyone's heart ripped out.
Mr. Moore, I'm okay. Darlene, I know what you're trying to get at. And I know deep down inside you have a really good soul. I mean, way deep down.
Well, thank goodness that's all cleared up and over with.
Is it?
Well, yeah. I've got my ring back. I've accepted TJ's apology.
What about Alex?
Oh, Mr. Moore, Alex doesn't need to apologize for anything. Oh.
Yeah, shall we? TJ, where do you think you're going?
We're done here, aren't we?
What about Alex?
Mr. Moore, Alex doesn't need to apologize for anything.
Okay.
It's been brought to my attention that,
I think maybe a little louder.
It's been brought to my attention that maybe we all were... I was a little hasty in accusing Alex of taking my ring. It turns out it was TJ who found it and was afraid to return it. Isn't that funny? Anyway, now that everything's said and done, I think that I owe Alex a huge apology. And I wouldn't blame him if he didn't accept it. I just hope that you know that I'm sincere.
I'd like to say something to Alex, too.
Yeah?
You took the heat for me, and you didn't have to. And, well, thanks.
Sorry.
Sorry, Alex.
Sorry,
Excuse me, folks. It's not going to be quite that easy. Now, for 2 days, you've been calling this man a thief. So now you're going to have to come up with a way to give him back his reputation.
Well, I could write a documentary.
Hey, it's okay. Apologies accepted. Everybody. And you know, Darlene, we could get over our differences a lot quicker if we, like, spend a little more time together. Like, maybe Friday night you and
Alex, I wouldn't push it.
Charlie, good news. The Board of Education has notified me you're alive.
Great! Unfortunately, they'll probably dock me for the day I was dead.
Well, it could be worse. Your 6-month maternity leave starts Tuesday.
Hey, Vicky, what's up?
Not one red cent.
What?
I've heard all about you, Mr. Mooch. You only talk nicely to people if you want to borrow money.
No, wait a second. That is not true.
I was also told that you'd say that. You're a liar, you're insincere, and you're absolutely not to be trusted. Have a nice day.
Vicky, come on!
Hi, Dennis. Have a nice day.